Good morning, students. I am Dr. Arumugam, Assistant Professor, School of Politics and Public Administration, Tamil Nadu Open University, Program Coordinator of Department of Politics and Public Administration. My dear students, today we discuss MPAS 23 Indian Administration. Evolution of Indian Administration. We take the evolution, the Indian administration, how long it came, various stages. No, the evolution of Indian administration can be studied under the following heads: ancient Indian administration, medieval period in administration, British period administration. Evolution of Indian administration we have divided in three segments now: ancient Indian administration, medieval period of Indian administration, and British period of administration. If take ancient Indian administration, in ancient India, earliest reference can be traced in the Indus Valley civilization. IVC is the evidence for the ancient Indian administration. The recent excavation of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro shows that these sites roads were planned with a good drainage system. During the period of Guptas, the local administration units had an efficient setup with the official and non-official units working in harmony and win. We take medieval period of administration. This period can be divided into three categories of administration according to the period of different regimes, such as Rajput period of administration, Sultan period of administration, and Mughal period of administration. We have divided in three segments now: Rajput and Sultans and Mughal period administration. We take British period administration. The present administration system in India was evolved during the East Indian Company rule in India country for the purpose of the study of the evolution of Indian administration system. During this period, we shall divided into the following two periods: administrative system in 1858 and administrative system 88 to 1947. This is the major period of we knowing about the evolution of Indian administration system. Just we in connection a constitutional framework. After that Indian evolution system in continuation 1947, we have framed our own constitution. The proposal has been formed. So constitutional assembly were constituted constitutional framework. What is the nature? After 1947, the constitutional assembly framed the constitutional committee formed various drafting committees. One of the major committee is the drafting committee for designed and finalized the Indian Constitution, headed by the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now we discuss about the constitutional framework of Indian Constitution. The various aspects of constitutional context of Indian administration are explained below under the following heads. We have so many features when comparing the other countries' constitution. Indian constitution have more significance other constitutions. Number one, written and unwritten constitution. That is written constitution. We have the first constitution is a written constitution. The drafting committee has drafted that 390 articles, schedules, and parts. All are written by all are documents, written document. Any constitution is a written document. Number two, fundamental rights. We have such list of fundamental rights according to laws. Number one, right to equality. Number two, right to freedom. Number three, right to exploitation. Number four, right to culture and right to culture. Number five, right to education. These are the Constitution of India provide the fundamental rights to the people. And last one, very important for constitutional remedies, constitutional remedies is the major part of fundamental rights, no? Okay. And then we come to directive principles of state policy. DPSP is the DPSP is the vital role in constitution, but we can't directive principles of state policy, the only guidelines to the constitution, because this directive principles of state policy consist three principles. That means socio-economic and Gandhian principles. These principles for guidelines central government as well as the state government. No, okay. We come forward fundamental rights. The Constitution provides fundamental rights, also for duties also providing. We have such type of fundamental duties also. It is very important for every citizen. How how we expecting the fundamental rights now, as well as we have to follow the fundamental duties for our patriot, nation, welfare, common things. We have to preserve the environment also. This is the fundamental duties. Also, Indian constitution is a federal system, because they have one central government, so many state governments, no? So it is called federal system. India is a quasi-federal system, we called. So even though we have followed federal system, but India followed the quasi-federal system, no? And then we have parliamentary type of system we have followed. That means by our legislature, one is Lok Sabha, another is Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha member 545 is elected by the voters, 543 elected by the people, and 3 nominated by the president. When comparing the Rajya Sabha, 250 members, 238 nominated by the all MLAs, MPs, and 12 members nominated by the President of India. This is the bicameral system. And then go for central state financial relations. We have central state financial relations also, such type of category listed. Which category, which lists are under come the central list, which category of under come the state, no? Even though we have central and state list, we are expecting money from the central government, no? And then we have a amendment of the constitution. We have three major items are followed: simple majority, absolute majority, and normal majority. We have two-third majority, simple majority, two-third majority, fourth-third majority. We have followed this. There are citizenship. We comparing India is a single citizenship, no? And as well as India followed multi-party system. These are the constitutional framework of the Indian Constitution. So, my dear students, kindly go through these salient features of the Indian Constitution. And then Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution. We have let us discuss the union government. The union government we have displayed the picture. The president, council of ministers, prime minister, parliamentary system of government, parliamentary procedures, the union legislatures, and the Supreme Court. These are the union government. The president is the executive. They are headed by the executive. The Indian president headed the executive head. All all bills assented by the president of India, and he has enormous powers. He has appointed state governors and state and union level important heads, and and important heads nominated by the president of India. He is the state head of the Indian Constitution. He is the state head of India. And then go for council of ministers. India is a prime minister. India is a prime minister with the council of ministers. Council of ministers, PM with the cabinet. PM with the cabinet. Prime minister with the cabinet is a combined structure of Indian constitution. PM cannot alone act without council of ministers. All decisions taken by the council of ministers, council of minister cabinet meeting headed over the prime minister. Prime minister is the head of the government. All decisions, all the important matters discussed with the council of ministers and a decision taken by the cabinet. We go for parliamentary system of government. Already I discussed with you the bicameral legislature system. We have two type of governments, two Sabha, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is a member of Lok Sabha members are elected by the directly by people, and Rajya Sabha members are nominated by the representative of the people. Parliamentary have some procedures: first reading, second reading, third reading, and voting. Like this, when introducing a bill, such a ministry is passed various stages. At last, the majority of the when giving the getting the majority of the bill passed the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, we have such type of parliamentary procedures. Let us we go for union legislature also, that parliamentary system is same. And then come to Supreme Court. We have three type of court system in India: in national level Supreme Court, and state level High Court, and district level district courts. District court control the lower level courts. This is the union system, union government system of India. We also, sorry for the interruption. We also at some autonomous bodies in India, like planning commission, that is now we have revamped Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog was formed in January 1st, 2015. In Sanskrit, the word Niti means morality, behavior, guidance, etc. But the present context, it means policy, and Niti stands National Institution for Transforming India. NETI explanation: National Institution for Transforming India. It is the country preamble policy making institution that is expected to bolster the economic growth of the country. It aims to construct a strong state that will help to create a dynamic and strong nation. This helps India to emerge as a major economy in the world. The Niti Aayog certain creation has two hubs called Team India Hub and Knowledge and Innovation Hub. This is the planning commission for uh, and then National Development Council. The National Development Council or Rashtriya Vikas Prashad is the apex body of the decision creating the deliberations on department matters in India, presided over by the Prime Minister. Like this, all state CMs are the members of the this council, and decision discussed with the all CMs headed over the Prime Minister, and important decision has taken by this National Development Council. We come for state government. The picture shows that the state government, like we have discussed about the central government, there the executive head is the president. Here the executive head is the governor. Their executive government head is the prime minister. Here the government head is the chief minister. And there we discussed bicameral legislature, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Here legislative, here a few states following bicameral legislative, rest of the states following unicameral legislature. For example, Tamil Nadu following unicameral legislature, Andhra, Karnataka states following bicameral legislature, legislative assembly and legislative council. The same procedure for legislative powers. procedures are following in state assembly, no? Okay. And then come for high court. The state level apex court is high court, and district courts are available. The courts having the jurisdiction power, appeal and original power, and supporting to the and advice to the that concerned state government. For example, uh, a legislative council making policy making, the executive is implementing the policy, the high courts, concerned courts are checking the whether the policy making or implementation of policy is correct or not. This is the state level government is moving in India. And then come for district administration. District administration, the basic territorial unit of administration in India is the district, and the district administration is the total management of public affairs within this unit. It is at this level the common man comes into direct contact with the administration. District has been the basic unit of the administration in India since ancient times. It belows state level in India, a district is placed under the change of the district officer called district collector or deputy commissioner, kingpins of our administration. They are the collector or the deputy commissioner, kingpins of our administration. The district is also the unit of administration. The various other government departments like police, industries, agriculture, education, medical and health, public health, electricity, etc. However, the position of the collector is different from that of the office of the other departments functioning in the district. And CAG India, the Controller Auditor General, the Constitution of India, Article 148, providing for an independent office of the Controller Auditor General of India, CAG. He is the head of the Indian Audit and Accounts Department. He is the guardian of the public pursuit and control of the entire financial system of the country at both levels as the central and state. His duties uphold the Constitution of India and laws of Parliament in the field of financial administration. This is the reason why Dr. B. R. Ambedkar said the CAG shall be the most important officer under the Constitution of India. He is the uh, bulwarks of the democratic system of government in India. The others being Supreme Court, the Election Commission, and the Union Public Commission, etc. We come to discuss about Election Commission and Attorney General of India. The Article of Indian Constitution attached the special significance to the independent electoral machinery for the conduct of elections. The Constitution of India provides for a Election Commission of India, which is responsible for supervision, directing and control of all elections. It is responsible for conducting elections to the both House of Parliament and the state legislature and the officers of the President and Vice President. Article 76 and 78 deals about the Attorney General of India. The Attorney General of India is the highest law officer of the country. He is responsible to assist the government in all its legal matters. The President appoints the Attorney General AG. The person who is appointed should be qualified to be appointed a judge of Supreme Court. That means he should be a judge of some high court for 5 years and advocate some high court of this. So that we discussed about the Election Commission and Attorney General of India. And then we have to discuss about the Finance Commission. The Finance Commission are commonly periodically constituted by the President of India under the Article 220 of Indian Constitution to define the financial relations between the central government of the India and the individual state governments. The first commission was established in 1951 under the Finance Commission, Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1951. 15 Finance Commission have been constituted in the Proclamation of Indian Constitution in 1950. Individual commissions operate under the terms of reference which are differently for every commission, and they define the terms of qualification, appointment and disqualification, and the term eligibility and powers of the finance commission. No, so we discussed about the finance commission and UPSC. My dear students, the Union Public Service is the central recruitment agency in India. It is an independent constitutional body since that it is, has been directly created by the Constitution. My dear students, Article 350, 315 and 323 in uh, part 14 of the Constitution containing elaborate provisions regarding the composition, appointment and removal of members along with the independence, powers and functions of the UPSC. Therefore, the UPSC only the central recruitment agency, while the Department Personnel Training is the central professional agency India. This is the major role of UPSC. And then integrated Indian administration. Now Nowadays, we have a lot of various kinds of scams and lack of integrity in public life. The public servants, on the other hand, complying their elements have no kept pace with the rising prices. This forced them to collect money from the other means a slightest opportunity while exercising their discriminatory powers. Corruption has become widespread phenomena. So some of the features integrated in the Indian Constitution. Administrative reforms. This is the major role in Indian administration. The administration reform is a continuous process. Therefore, is a better to study in the historical perspectives. The attempts of administrative reforms in our country for the sake of study can be divided in the following periods. First space 1947 to 1964, second space 1964 to 1976, third phase 1977 to 1990, fourth phase 1990 onwards. This is the periods of limitation. The administrative reform is a continuous process. The attempts to administrative become a country forsaking the study. The, the above said four periods. Redressal of Indian redressal of citizen grievances. So the government of India accepted the recommendations of the Commission. The Lokpal and Lok bill were introduced in the Lok Sabha in May 1968. The ARC also recommended that institution Lokpal and Lok should have the following features. They should be demonstrably independent and impartially. Their investigation and proceedings should be conducted in a private and should be a informal in a character. Their appointment should be a so far as possible non-political. Their status should compare with the higher judicial functions in the country. They should deal with the matter in the discriminatory field involving act of injustice, corruption and favoritism. Their proceedings should not be subject to the judicial interferences. They should have the maximum latitude, the powers and obtaining information relevant their duties. So this is the redressal citizen service grievances. Thank you. I think, my dear students, I think it is helpful for your further studies. Thank you very much.